What is up, Karatics? So, after about 13 years, one of my favorite childhood open world car games is finally making a return, and that's the Test Drive Unlimited series, or TDU for short. So, back in 2006, the first Test Drive Unlimited TDU game released, and it was mind boggling how massive the map was. All the different car dealerships where you went and bought your cars, almost as if it was like real life. You would walk into the dealership, test drive the car, see if you liked it, bought it, do races with it. I mean, it was just so cool. And the simple little things you can do as well, like lowering and raising your windows, using your turn signals, first person in the interior of the car, etc. And the fact that you could actually own houses and that's where you would store your cars in them, which was something we're used to seeing in GTA 5 Online currently, but for a game to have this in 2006, it was just mind boggling at the time. No other console car game really had this back then. Then in 2011, TDU 2 released, and it was even more ridiculous with two massive maps you could explore instead of just one, better graphics, the ability to customize the inside of your houses in game, changing the furniture and stuff like that. It even had an online casino. It was just insane, and no other car game had that level of detail or total open world map size. Now, unfortunately, the game didn't sell that well due to the online servers not working at launch for over a month, questionable driving physics, and a few other little things, but obviously the loss of interest slash popularity for car games at the time wasn't really helping that much either. It was just a combination of those factors, plus the fact that Atari, the game's publisher at the time, had some major financial issues and was hoping TDU2 would save them, but unfortunately it didn't, and they ended up filing for bankruptcy just 2 years later in 2013. Then, 3 years later in 2016, the rights to the TDU series was bought out by Big Ben Interactive. Fast forward to 2020, the franchise was announced to be returning with the name TDU Solar Crown instead of TDU 3. Solar Crown was the name of the racing competition in TDU 2, so I guess it was fitting to call it that. However, it took them 4 years to finally finish the game since the announcement, and I really wanted to wait until we had an official release date before I made a video on it, but it's finally here. The release date trailer was just dropped this morning, and we have an official release date of September 12th, 2024, so only about 3.5 months away. Very exciting, and you can even pre-order it right now on PS5, Xbox Series X/S, or on Steam for PC. So unfortunately, it's not available on old-gen consoles, but with the hardware benefit of current-gen consoles, I don't blame them, they probably needed it. But anyways, there are 4 different editions to choose from. You have the standard edition for $60 US, which includes the 2006 Ford GT for free if you pre-order the game. Kind of funny how that's my dream car, very fitting. The Silver Streets edition with 2-day early access for $80 US. The Silver Sharps edition with the 2-day early access for the same price. And then lastly, for $90 US, you have the Gold Edition, which gives you everything from the other 2, plus 2 more cars, and 7-day early access instead of the 2-day early access. So with the Gold Edition, the soonest you can play this game is September 5th, so not too bad. Now, while TDU1 was set in the Hawaiian islands of Oahu, and TDU2 was set on an updated version of the Oahu map, but with the addition of a second massive map which was set in the islands of Ibiza, Spain, TDU Solar Crown is instead set in a 1-to-1 scale of Hong Kong Island, which is interesting and seems promising, but if we look at a kind of size comparison here, it's obviously a lot smaller than what TDU 1 and 2 offered, but from what we've seen from the gameplay footage and stuff, it does look like it's going to be very detailed, so at least there's that. Now, at launch, the ability to purchase houses like we could in TDU 1 and 2 will not be possible, unfortunately. You will instead be restricted to the Solar Hotel, where you store your cars and all that stuff. However, they do plan to add houses later on in future updates, but But I guess we'll see how that goes. I'm sure they're only going to do that if the game actually gains traction and popularity and stuff. But regardless, I'm very excited to jump into one of my childhood favorite game franchises and have some fun driving around in a brand new open world car game and sharing my experience with you guys here on the channel. And for those of you who used to play TDU1 or 2 back in the day, definitely let me know down below in the comments or if you've played it at all. But anyways guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.